welcome to another great episode of The Stew. My name is Janae.
And I'm Les, and we are so happy to have with us Tanya. She was here before as Williams, y'all, and she came back as a Lightborn.
I did.
Congratulations,
She kept
honey.
that secret from us.
Marketing Maven is back with us.
Nice.
So, ladies, 2017 in the nation was an unfortunate year in terms of losing lots of musical legends.
Yes.
We've had Cleophas Adderley, Lyrically Blessed, Ronnie Butler all pass away, just to name a few. And I wonder, in terms of their legacy, because they've all left amazing legacies, what do you think is that key to being that individual that truly stands out and sets you apart from all the others? And of course, it's about leaving your mark at any age, because Lyrically Blessed was just in his 30s in comparison to the other two.
That's crazy.
I definitely think it's the way that you touch people.
Yeah.
The way, for those guys, their performances, they've been amazing. And so I actually, over the last week or two, I've heard so much music from Lyrically Blessed. It's amazing.
I definitely think consistency is key. They've always been consistent
There you go.
in their music, or not even in anything, in passion. Their passion for music was consistent. They never let up. I mean, Ronnie Butler has, what, over
Hits.
50 plus years of just music. And just having that continuous passion and then being able to then affect other people is amazing.
Yeah, truly. So really, at the end of the day, then, it is, of course, being extra talented and extraordinary, but in order to leave your mark, let's, you know, be consistent with it, like Janae says. I love that word. That's really standing out for me there.
Exactly.
No sense just getting into it and, you know, giving it up in a few years. You really have to stick with it.
You got to stick with it. I mean, you end up learning so much over the years. I mean, a lot of the artists that are just starting, they have so much more to learn. And the only way that they can continue to learn is if they continue their passion.
I think another thing that is also key is being able to touch multiple generations as well.
Oh, definitely.
Because Ronnie Butler touched, I mean, even down to the kids. His music, it was infectious almost.
Incredibly. Like transcended just one era, one generation. It was everything.
Remember, who put the pepper in the Vaseline?
I know, right?
Is just
we let that secret out the other day, didn't we?
It's just one of those things that you just kind of remember. But after the break, we've got more Ronnie Butler, and we've got a really cool guest in studio. So don't go anywhere. We'll be right back.
We are back with The Stew, and we are continuing our conversation about the legacy that is Ronnie Butler. And here with us now to talk about the man, the legend, is a gentleman who has known him very well, worked with him on countless projects. He himself is an entertainer, musician, producer, band leader of Tingham Them, and one of the greatest guitarists in the country. Please welcome Fred Ferguson. Good to have you.
Good.
Nice to see you all. Thank you.
I am so excited to have you here, Fred.
This feels like my couch.
It should, because we want you to
Just
feel
a little
like you're
shorter,
at home.
I think. Just a little bit shorter.
But I can't wait to have you back with Tingham Them. As you know, I love your band. Whenever you guys perform anywhere, I take my shoes off and I just let loose.
So can we take these off?
Sure, absolutely.
Hey, feel at home.
Feel at home, yes.
That's what it's all about. So we're having a conversation about the legend, Ronnie Butler, and you, of all people, have worked with him numerous times.
Yes.
Tell us about him, what you know of him, what you remember of him, the man, the legend.
I just need to establish first that I'm an island boy. I was born in Acklands. So I grew up between Acklands and Crooked Island, where there was only radio, no television. And so my music introduction to Ronnie Butler would have been on 1540 radio with Mr. Charles Carter when Burma Road and all those songs came out. Now, as an interested guitarist growing up, the music that Ronnie Butler played and the guitar stylings that they did caught my attention. So when I graduated high school and eventually came to Nassau and finally ran into the Ronnie Butler, I was like a little girl. I was like trembling, you know, Mr. Butler. And he just blew me off. Yeah. Right? He was just like, you know, okay, yeah, nice to meet you. And I was like, dog, man, this is the hero. And then I had already written the song Age Ain't Nothing But a Number. Okay. And initially I thought I'd have him and Count Bernardino and Maureen Duvalier sing it. Right. And so I sent it to him on a cassette, for those who know what a cassette is. And I said, yeah, I need you to do this song. And he just never responded. Okay. But we never really connected. He didn't really trust me until I did the song with him and Sweet Emily, which was Look What You Do. Right. And after we got past that, everything else was just connection forever, up until I lifted him onto the gurney and watched him drive away into the sunset.
Wow.
How
long
dramatic.
story. Yes.
So inquiring minds would love to know, and I'd like to know, how long have you known Ronnie Butler, and how did you meet?
Well, that was the connection right there. He was popular, I know, in the early days in a place called the Rebel Room, which would have been on Nassau Street. When I came here, that was not in existence, so I've never seen that level of performance. But he had a band called Fire, Ronnie Butler and Fire, and he would have been playing in the lobby in the which is now Malia, used to be called the Cable Beach Hotel then. And so I've seen him around in trade winds and so forth. But and then he would have seen me playing in the band, which was High Voltage, which became Bahamen. We need another day for my story, right? 'Cause this is like let's go a long way. But and so running into each other in different performances, he would have seen what I was able to do as a guitar player, and he liked it. And then and then again, after he had blown me off, and then we got to record. Like I said, the trust happened from his side, and it just continued all the way through.
Awesome.
Now I feel like I know Ronnie Butler as a storyteller. Tell us about your fondest memories in terms of what was kind of that one thing he did that you're like, wow, this man is a very special person.
Well, Ronnie was bigger than a storyteller. I mean, we know him from the Burma Road, and I hear you all talking the Bungie and Fire song, Who Put the Pepper in the Vaseline, which that's the real name of the song, by the way.
Yes.
But Ronnie was deeper than that, because he did some ballads, and and he did on the first Independence album, he did a song called Forward, Upward, Onward Together. But he did Native Woman, I heard you playing earlier. So he is able to tell the Bahamian lifestyle through the music that he wrote. He was also able to make you dance with some of the songs. And I've been fortunate to write two of the songs that were popular. I wrote the song Age Ain't Nothing But a Number. Right. And then I also wrote Look What You Do for him. There's some other ones as well. But his span, was really wide. Right. We know him, especially the younger people know him for the stuff that you dance to, that you hear a lot, Burma Road, etc. But he did a great version of I Am, I Said, and My Way, and songs like that. So, he was pretty broad.
Do you think it was the storytelling, that aspect that hit home with people so much?
I think so, because they're the songs that resonate, especially with the young kids. Yeah. They know, everybody knows Burma Road because of the history, what that was. And I say just the same way that Burma Road was important to the history of the Bahamas, so was Ronnie Butler important to the history of Bahamian entertainment.
So he did touch the youth, the younger generation.
And, I've been getting many requests as a producer to ask, especially since he did the duet with Sweet Emily, to have him record duets with other people. He did do the thing with the young guys. I can't remember the name now. He did the song about Tiffin.
He was here, actually. We aired that episode recently, Bahamian Trade.
Bahamian Trade,
yes, and they did a little, quick excerpt of
so
it.
A lot of the young people up to his, and even when he was still in bed, were trying to get the opportunity to meet him, first of all, and then do collaborations with him. Yeah.
Wow.
So he reached them all.
I'm curious, though, through all these years, could you even recall the amount of projects that you worked on with him?
Yes, I was working with projects with him up until the end, because Eddie Minnis is in the process of recording an album with me now. Right. And Ronnie Butler sang some of those songs, and he's singing backgrounds. And then I have projects that we started working on that's not even released yet.
So we have an opportunity, you think, to be able to still hear some unreleased projects or music from Ronnie?
You just might.
Wow. I am definitely looking forward to it.
That's
and then,
juicy stuff on the stew.
I just want to say this and kind of braggadociously is that I own the master track to the Burma Road album.
Nice.
So all the multi-tracks, I own that, which he gave to me, another level of trust that would have happened.
Right, right.
And the same way Natalie Cole did the thing with her father, Nat King Cole, with the tracks that I have the opportunity to do that.
Wow.
So I'm thinking about maybe taking some of those original tracks and fusing it with some of the young
Fred,
artists.
it sounds like we're going to need to get some security, some high-level security to escort you out this building. But you know what? We have more with you. When we come back, we're going to continue the conversation about the legacy and the legend, Ronnie Butler. Don't go anywhere. You are watching The Stew.
This design tip is brought to you by Sherwin-Williams.
Welcome back to The Stew. We have had such a great episode. Thank you to Freddie Ferguson for coming in and talking to us and talking about the legend Ronnie Butler. Again, rest in peace, Mr. Butler. He's been, I mean, just an incredible force in the musical industry here in the Bahamas.
And the entire nation.
And the entire nation. And
definitely
we will
miss him.
Sure miss him.
Yes,
Les, do you have anything to add today? I do have something to add. Thank you, Tanya.
You're welcome.
It's always so great to have her here.
Always fun. Always
so
fun.
so much fun you are.
Yes.
And should I call you Mrs. Lightborn or is Tanya?
Lightborn.
Are you going to do that hyphenated thing?
No.
Okay, you're going to go full-fledged like
I'm full-fledged.
Okay, not that there's anything wrong with it.
No.
I have a hyphenated name and people don't understand it. I might as well explain it while I'm here. I was born with it. I have 2 last names. End of story.
So
it's not
what
really
happens
that
when you
happens.
get married? Are you going to have 3?
I'm just going to keep it.
You're going to have
You
There
just
you go.
you drop
You're just gonna keep it.
everything.
No, she's going to keep
I'm just going to keep it. I will
So
keep my last name.
Alice Chines.
So when you get
Baba.
married, you're not going to take your husband's last name.
We'll see. We'll
Okay.
have that conversation
Yeah.
and
Okay,
cross that bridge
all
when
right.
we
Don't
get
get
there.
caught in a sticky situation
Yeah.
there.
I know, right? In any event, thank you, Mrs. Lightborn,
Always
for being
welcome.
here. Thanks again to Fred Ferguson for stepping through. And follow us all throughout social media. ILTVstudios.com is our website, and we are on YouTube, Facebook, and Instagram, ILTV Studios. We'll see you next time.